Do presidential elections impact housing market? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Everything LA Real Estate. I'm your host, Mike Babakanian. You may be wondering, does the presidential elections really truly impact the housing market? Well, I got some interesting data I would love to share with you. Look, I know buying a home, selling a home is a big financial decision. And today, according to KCM, the great article I read, we're going to discuss home prices, mortgage rates, and transaction volume. What happens during presidential elections? According to HUD and the National Association of Realtors, 9 out of the last 11 presidential elections, home sales went up the following year. Check out this chart. So this graph shows annual home sales going back to 1978. Each year with a presidential election, which is noted in blue, the year immediately after each election is in green if existing home sales rose that year. The two orange bars represent the only years when home sales decreased after an election, which was in 1981 and 1989. So now let's talk about home prices. Do they go up or do they go down? So I have some data that will show 7 out of the last 8 presidential elections, what has happened to the home prices. Check out this graph. Just like the previous graph, this shows election years in blue. The only year when prices actually declined after an election is in orange. This was during the housing market crash, which was far from the typical year. Today's market is quite different. If you notice, that was only in 2009. All the green bars represent when prices rose the following year. So if you're worried about your home losing value because of an election, you can rest easy knowing that prices rise after most presidential elections. Now let's switch gears and talk about mortgage rates, because let's all face it, mortgage rates are high today and they really do impact your monthly payment. So let's look at data of the last 11 presidential elections. Check it out. So if you look at this graph, you'll notice that mortgage rates actually decreased 8 out of the last 11 presidential elections, besides 1980, 1992, and 2016. Now, most experts nowadays are projecting that home rates will decrease going to the elections, third and fourth quarter of this year. But let's see, is 2024 going to be an anomaly and actually increases, or would it actually decrease? So what does this all mean for you? I just shared a lot of data with you, and it's very common to feel uncertain and uneasy during election years when it comes to real estate. If history has anything to say, you notice that during presidential election years, the following year, real estate has continued to go up. Real estate is very resilient and prices have appreciated. So at the end of the day, you just got to discover what is important to you. Does it make sense to buy? Does it make sense to sell? Only you know that answer. No agent out there could define that for you. Only you can. I'm Mike with Martin and Mike Properties. Thank you again for watching this episode. Comment below, subscribe. I'm curious to see what you have to say, and definitely follow us for more content. Take care for now.